this sea moss in particular is from Jamaica, and a fisherman actually went out into the ocean and got this sea moss. This is a high alkaline algae that is beneficial for most people and helps lower the inflammation in the body. Through research, some people, because this is high in iodine, some people also say that it's beneficial for thyroid function. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not your doctor, I'm not trying to diagnose anybody. You understand what I'm saying? I want your sea moss to have like a gel-like texture.
Say it with your chest now, say it with your chest now. I'm young, I'm free, can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out. It's my time, it's my time, it's my time to ride it. I'm young, I'm free, can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out. It's my time, it's my time, it's my time to ride it out. It's your time, oh. Cheers to all the haters, cause you proved to me that rising to the top was my destiny. And you can see whatever from behind me, but I'm still fly, I know. I'm still fly, let's go. It could all be worse, I could be a hater like you. It could all be worse. Clothes to make the man, but that poison's gonna kill you from the inside out. It's time to say it with your chest now, say it with your chest now. I'm young, I'm free, can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out. It's my time, it's my time, it's my time to ride it. I'm young, I'm free, can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out. It's my time, it's my time, it's my time to ride it.
Alright, so next day, and this is what the sea moss is looking like. As you can tell that it's nice and swollen, it's swelled up, and it doubled or maybe tripled in size. So right now, I'm gonna strain the bowl, and then after straining the bowl, then I'm gonna use the scissors to just cut them up in small pieces because I don't want it to get stuck and tangled to the blades. So I'm gonna use these scissors to cut them up in like smaller chunks, but before doing that, I'm gonna strain this in the So I took the limes and the lemons out. Like right now, this is like super slimy. The texture is similar to like a gel. I don't know if you guys, you know what this reminds me of? Flaxseed. When you're making flaxseed gel, I think flaxseed is a little bit slimier than this, but I mean, that's what it looks like. All right, so let's just keep on straining this. Try my best. I tried to use my strainer, but it's too small. Maybe if I had had a bigger strainer, it would be a lot easier to strain this. That's why it's important to use like fresh water or drinking water. It's important to use drinking water because you see how the sea moss soaks up all of the water and it just turns into a gel. You don't want to use tap water or anything that's okay. So I have my scissors. I'm getting ready to just like cut these in like little pieces, and there you can easily cut into them. Again, the reason why I'm doing this is to prevent the sea moss from getting stuck in the blade, because even though it's slimy, it's very strong. You know what I mean? And it doesn't even matter what type of blender you have. If you have a Vitamix, NutriBullet, whatever. These little ooh, just sticking my hands in this, so slimy. Look, I don't know if you can hear it. Look. I feel like I cut up a good amount of them. This goes in the blender and it should turn into like a gel-like texture. Okay. This is a sample that I'm trying out. I just want to make sure that it is of quality. So I know you guys are going to ask me, Magda, where you getting this from? I don't want to say anything, or I don't want to put anything out that I don't fully believe in myself. But once I do get the green light, or once I approve of the quality, I will definitely be posting the link, and I'll be having something for you guys real soon. I want to show you the texture of the moss. You see how this looks gel-like? You want to make sure that your sea moss has a gel texture to it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of applesauce, but with a little like stickiness to it. So this is how I store it. If I have mason jars, I have more than one, but right now I only have one out just so that I can show you an example. Okay? So I'm gonna pour it in my mason jar.
Know this, I refuse to be blue. Don't try
Fill it all the way up to this top, and I'll store it in my fridge. It just should last about a week. So the rest I'm going to store it in here. But if I don't have a big container like this, I'll just use multiple mason jars to store the sea moss. And it should last about a week in the fridge. And what I'll do is I'll use the wooden spoon to scoop it out whenever I'm ready to use it and put it into my shake. Most people, when they use sea moss, I've seen a lot of different ways that they use it. One thing, some people would put it in their hair, they would use it on their skin. Of course, I ingest it in a shake. Again, some people would put it in a porridge. So I guess it's all preference and how you want to use it. And it doesn't have a distinctive taste that is so potent that you'll notice that it's in your shake. I know it's from the seed, but it doesn't taste like anything. The only thing that it does to my shakes, it makes it a little bit thicker. So I'll just blend this with, you know, my baby spinach, my banana, my berries, and I'll have that, you know, in the morning for breakfast, and I'm good to go. All right, I just wanted to check in with you guys real quick and share some tips about sea moss. I hope you like the video.
Don't try,
any questions that you may have, send me this time, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care and stay safe. Oh yeah, remember, Mag Sauna sweatbands are available on magdacivilfitness.com, so go ahead, check that out, order yours. See you next time. Gotta catch my breath. Whew. Right, Paige? That was a good one.
No.